Lame Truth here, and with the launch of the new Elden Ring DLC, I wanted to kind of make this video. It's been sitting in my brain for the past week or so, but I think we are seeing a return to people not wanting their handheld. XDefiant exists and is a success based on the fact that it's not trying to hold your hand. It doesn't give you skill-based matchmaking. It doesn't lie to you. It doesn't try to manipulate you. And I'll be honest with you, I am more addicted to this system, this kind of like slot machine system where you join a match, you never know what you're going to get. Are your teammates all going to be vaping at the back of the map and idle while the enemy team takes B? Most likely, yeah, that's most likely what's going to happen. That seems to happen quite a bit. But a lot of the time, you will get a variety. You will see a different skill set in the lobby. You'll have like one good guy on the enemy team. You might be the top player in your team, and then everybody else is kind of in the middle or bad. Sometimes you'll party up with the good player next match, and then you'll face several good players on the enemy team. Sometimes the good player rage quits. I've been known to rage quit if nobody's going for B or playing the objective, and then you're just slaughtering noobs. Sometimes you're the slaughterer, sometimes you're the one getting slaughtered. That is more addicting than any Call of Duty or any other game with skill-based matchmaking, this kind of inorganic manipulation, you know what I mean? And XDefiant, it's not perfect. They made their first real blunder yesterday that I covered with the whole camo progression system or whatever, but if that's the biggest problem we have right now, that's looking good for the future of this game, personally. Like, if they just mess up like camo grinding a little bit, and they can revert that, of course, or find another solution, that's good. I'm satisfied with that. So I'm still loving the game. I played this game more than the past two Call of Duties combined, actually. And I'm not stopping anytime soon. But I want to cover this little thing that I've been seeing and noticing in the XDefiant community that's just not there with Call of Duty. And it is the fact that it's okay to be bad again. It's okay to be bad. It's okay to want to improve. It's also okay not to take yourself too seriously with this game, because at the end of the day, it is just pubs. I play for the win. I'm just like a naturally kind of competitive person, so I got to kind of dial myself back a little bit. I think I might actually link up with some friends tonight and do an Only Use Me AA12 session. I hopefully won't become an alcoholic by the end of it like the Only Use Me other guy. But yeah, I don't know. I might just do that and just get the boys back together from the old Call of Duty Battlefield days, and that's really what gaming's all about. We have not played Call of Duty in the past several years because of the horrible matchmaking, and we can play XDefiant no problem, and it's great. But anyway, I think this game is truly going to become the Dark Souls or the Elden Ring of the FPS world, and I've seen these things getting called out, and by these things, I mean just things that you need to be called out for. You know, like everyone in the community, the XDefiant community is savage. They will tell you the truth, whether you want to hear it or not. And it reminds me of the Dark Souls or Elden Ring community, especially when people were asking for like an easy mode on Elden Ring or whatever. And all these gamers were just like, dude, just fucking get good. Like, I don't know, man. I had a blast with Elden Ring because it's a hard game. It kicks my ass. And I like making a hard game easy. I like getting to the point where I can make a hard game easy. That's why I game. That's like my favorite thing. But let's get into the meat and potatoes here. I won't yap anymore. So this was a pretty popular post on the XDefiant subreddit. It just says, thanks for the patch, but it did absolutely nothing. This was a few days ago, several days ago, when they decided to nerf some of the bunny hop jump spamming or whatever. This guy just posts a clip of him walking around the corner, and then the guy jumps twice and kills him. And in Call of Duty's subreddit, and I've seen this, a lot of people would have just pampered this guy. Not the XDefiant community, man. They said, no, nuh-uh, boy. This is one of the top comments here. 15 HP left. They started taking evasive action first and are playing Phantom, so they have 20 HP more than you. Could have easily won that fight if some of the conditions were different. Things you could have done to win this fight. You have an assault rifle. I'd have taken the corner wide just in case. You had the intel suit running. If you had waited a second, he would have been revealed coming around the corner. When the fight started, you only started taking evasive action when you started to see him jump. If you immediately started to jump or crouch to evade, you would have won. If you were playing Phantom, Cleaners, or Libertad and used BioVita, you would have won. If you hit 2 more shots, you would have won. It's easy to complain about the game, and I'll admit this game isn't perfect, but life isn't perfect. It's a better mentality to ask yourself, how could this moment have gone in my favor? What could I do to gain an edge? Dan says, quality comment. Pingy says, too long, didn't read, skill issue. My man, God, my man, Force from before is a monster. He is not sugarcoating anything here. And please, someone tell me when he's telling lies. Go watch the clip. I'll link it below. Just, I don't know if you want to see the whole thing, but it's just hilarious to me. This was making the rounds on Twitter, on some of the XDefiant news accounts. It was like this guy dropping 116 kills, 25 deaths, and still losing the match. Something good players will do is they will let the enemy kind of take the lead so they can farm more kills. I've seen it quite a bit, and that's fine. But at the end of the day, J Money lost the match for his team. And you might be saying like, he did his part, 116 kills. No, he stretched the game out intentionally to get more kills, got 5 objective score because he doesn't want to hop on the objective. He does not care about the win. He's playing for himself. But the fact of the matter is, he got handed a big fat L by a team that mostly went negative. At the end of the day, man, you could take a beating in a boxing match. You could take 100 punches, but if that other person lands one punch and knocks your ass out, all those punches you threw don't matter. And that's really the extent of it here. I mean, you got to be honest. You got to be honest. Mark Rubin even said this, and I've been wanting to put this in a video for a while, and I think now's the time. This guy was complaining about team balancing. He says, Mark, fix the team balancing. And Mark says, what do you think is wrong with this team balancing? Your teammates were actually trying to win, but you blew it for them. Look at your objective score. Team balancing is 50-50 chance to win, and this is pretty insanely close. And they had a back and forth and went on and on about it, but and if you look at it here, I mean, he's got a point. Yes, killing is good for the most part. However, a lot of people don't realize that by killing enemies, you are refreshing their equipment. And in Occupy, I think how the spawns work, by the way, is like the closer you are to the point, the closer your team's going to spawn to the capture zone. So I think that's how it works. I'm not entirely certain, but kills are not the end-all be-all in objective modes. Ask any Battlefield player, please. Like, objective is the most important thing. It's how you win the game. It's like, you know, saying I played objective in a team deathmatch game. Well, not quite that, but you know what I mean? Like, objective is the most important thing. And this guy who went 3-33, this absolute giga chat here, got 3,000, over 3,000 objective score. What an absolute monster. And they nearly won. And I truly do think if the top fragger there, the guy who was complaining, just played objective a little bit more, they would have won. No questions asked. I would take this 3-33 guy on my team as long as he plays the objective constantly any day. I'm serious. The amount of times I have started a match and rushed to B, like domination B flag, only for my team to be nowhere near it, just running around randomly while I'm trying to cap B solo. I mean, I pretty much exclusively have to play Phantoms when I am rolling solo because I gotta like shield myself and cap the point myself a lot of the time. I literally have a gameplay where I cap B flag like 4 times solo on Noodleplex, and my team is just looking for the next Temu deal to get their girlfriend something nice this holiday season. I can't even talk a lot of shit about Temu. My girlfriend loves it, you know? Anyway, yeah, I just love the community and where we're going with it. I love that there's no, like, I don't know, there's no babying, there's no sugarcoating, and it's okay to kind of be bad again. Look at this particular image. This is just from a match, and they posted it on the subreddit. We got those kind of funny, insulting awards. Present made an effort and tried. And there was this one girl posting something about how she got lost. She got this award because she got lost in the map. She's like pretty new, you know. I absolutely love this stuff. It's okay to be bad. It's okay to poke fun at yourself. It's okay to admit you're bad. I mean, when I first started playing XDefiant, man, my skills were so rusty because I've just been playing the bare minimum of COD for the past like 4 years. You know, I haven't played an FPS pretty seriously since Cold War. And I needed to get my mojo back, you know? And it's okay to go negative. I was playing my buddy Cade. We literally finished the game, and I was negative. And I'm like, man, that's like the fucking worst score I've posted since 2011. It happens, you know? It's fine. the whole fun of a game like this, and for me at least, is just seeing that gradual progression as I get better and better the more time I put into it. And you don't have to be like a professional gamer. You don't have to be like somebody who grinds 50 hours a week on the game to improve. I have about 95 hours in the game right now, and every single 10 hours that I play, I literally feel myself getting better and better, and it's a beautiful thing. It's something, again, I said this in the last commentary, you don't realize how good it is and how good it feels until it's not there. Let's go back to some of these comments on Reddit, though. This is from that thread where the guy's complaining about jumping. I just want to show you some of the responses, some more responses. This guy says, this is some plastic level aim. Time to hit some Kovacs. And this guy says, huh? And this guy says, plastic refers to skill level, most bottom in iron or bronze, so plastic would be worse. Kovacs is a program game that is dedicated to training your aim to get better. This guy says, you should have had him here. If you start taking accountability, you might actually improve. This guy says, the roasting in these comments. The bots thought this patch would save them. It's not like you even tried to track him. And then this guy just says, bro is fighting for his life in these comments. Brawler says, I can't lie, it sparks a bit of joy seeing a bit of the old FPS community come back. Like, this game clearly has issues and we all acknowledge that, but that isn't an excuse here, and I love that. This guy says, yes, that's a good way of putting it. It's almost like I'm scrolling through a GameFAQs thread for Black Ops 1 or something. I keep saying, like, this game is such a throwback, and I love how it is right now. Like, this is the game I have wanted for a long, long time, and I'm going to be sticking with this game for a long time. I hope you guys enjoy XDefiant and enjoy the gameplay, because if the next Call of Duty flops, which, let's be honest here with this track record, for the past 5 years, they have shoveled dog shit into our yard and said it's fertilizer, which technically true, but that's a weird analogy. Regardless, I don't really have high hopes for Black Ops 6. I think it looks good, but I think everything on Activision's end is going to just tear us down and make the game terrible. Remember, they're never going to sell you a game that is so good you're not going to buy the next year's installment. So I just really don't have high hopes for Black Ops 6. Even if I do, the next year after, what is even gonna happen? Like, it's rumored that Treyarch's working on the game after. Are they even gonna have time to work on Black Ops 6 to make it good? Is the game after gonna be another glorified DLC like Modern Warfare 3 was? I just don't have high hopes, man. Like, let's call a spade a spade. I haven't used that term in a while. Let's call a spade, please. Call of Duty's been on the decline since Black Ops 2. There's no denying it. You literally cannot deny it. Like, the game has been on a steady decline since Black Ops 2, and pretty much every year, with the exception of, I think, Treyarch's titles, the games have gotten worse. And even this year with Modern Warfare 3, it's like, Sledgehammer tried, and I give them props for trying. I really, really do. Sledgehammer earned my respect this year. But everything on the back end is worse than ever, and it's literally a glorified DLC. It's just got that Modern Warfare 2 stink, that stench to it. So no matter what they do, it's still going to be garbage. But anyway, guys, I'm out of time. I hope you enjoyed this video. Rate, comment, and subscribe. And if you're really, really bold, won't you ring that notification bell? Won't you ring it? Come on, you know you want to. I will catch you guys in the next one, though. I think I went 34-7 this gameplay with a lot of objective time, because that's how I roll. I will catch you guys on the next one. Everybody have a good one. Oh yeah, wish me luck on getting gold, because I want to get gold for a video. I got something I want to do. All right, peace out.
Some parting advice?